What's up, everybody? Father Genius here. Today I'm going to be showcasing my hat format Bujin deck. I'm currently playing in a multi-round Swiss tournament with the top 10 and top cut, and we've got about 72 participants in it. This is my second time playing in this type of tournament. I'm not super familiar with hat format or super fluent in it. Our first go around, we played Bujin as well, and it didn't go too well. we got swept across the board, but we've made some changes, and I'm feeling pretty confident with this round, going into round one with this deck. So going into it, we're just to do the deck profile here. We're going to run two Harume. Harume is a special summonable monster that is kind of just an extender, but it's also got a decent stat line, so sometimes we can game people out of nowhere just with a special sub of Harume. We're running one Michizuki. This is a searcher for reincarnation, which is bananas. I can special summon it when another Bujin monster is destroyed, and I can special summon it from my hand. And then during the end step of a Bujin monster was sent to the grave, we can get reincarnation. 3 Yamato is kind of the bread and butter of the deck. This is what's going to get us into setting up our board. At the end step of my turn, I can add a Bujin monster to my hand, and then I need to discard a card from my hand to the grave, typically dropping a protection spell. So then we got 3 Crane. Crane is a damage step trick, which doubles the attack of one of our beast Bujin monsters, beast warrior types. So that's what's going to protect Yamato. It's going to be up on the board where it's typically just protect it using hair, which during either player's turn I can banish this from the graveyard, then target one beast warrior type Bujin monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. I'm going to use it once per turn. Gwilyn does the same thing as hair. That's kind of the Bujin thing. Banish it for an effect. I can destroy a card on the field. With Turtle, we can negate something that targets us. We can even do this in the battle step. 1 Honest for another battle trick if 3 were enough. 2 Maxi, you know what that does. 2 Bujin Reincarnation. We grab 1 monster that is banished and 1 in our grave. Add them to the board, special summon them to the field. The only caveat is we can't special summon XYZ monsters besides Beast Warrior, Wing Beast. Not a problem. 1 Dark Hole, 3 Tenki. We're pretty much turboing into Yamato, so trying to get there as soon as possible. This enables that. A small Forbidden Chalice package. Yeah, I was running an additional Lance, but cut that down to 1. 3 KC. Hat format is part of the reason this card ended up banned, specifically this deck. Play Yamato, set up our board, go to end step, add, and have KC up on the field. That's almost a winning position if the opponent doesn't have anything to do on the crackback. KC limits monsters so they can't exceed the amount of the controller, so if I have one, they can't exceed that without getting a KC or the monster I have. But we have so much protection for Yamato that it's ideally a good position. We're just going to keep adding more value. It gets banned, and it's banned for a reason because it kind of slows the pace down, but that's what Bujin wants to do. We want to go at our own pace. 3 Duality, again, we're trying to get to Yamato as soon as possible. We're not really special summoning on the field too much. 2 Upstart, 1 Bottomless, 2 BTS. I was running 3, but I cut back on 1 as well. 2 I think is enough. I'm even toying with the idea of dropping 1, but my deck's already submitted, so we're not going to make any changes now. But BTS is kind of a new modern day take into hat format. It was around, obviously, but Fiendish Chain, its counterpart, was more popular and saw more play historically. And as this format, being popular as it is, has progressed, BTS has become more popular and has kind of replaced that which you would see in more traditional sets, or a deck list in the past. 1 Solemn Warning and 1 TT. Side deck I won't go into. It's just random stuff, random tech for specific matchups. Into our extra deck, we're running Abyss Dweller, mostly for the Heradic Ruler strategy. Akagasuchi is going to be milling. We get to send the top 5 from our deck to the graveyard. It's great because we can banish stuff with our Bujins, and then it also gains on track for each Bujin monster. Yada yada yada. It's a good card. Bujin Te Susanawa is an amazing card. It's Yamato on steroids. It can attack every monster my opponent controls once per turn. At the end, I can also detach from it and a material from it and grab a card from either our deck and add it to our hand or the graveyard. It's not a mandatory discard like Yamato is, so we can extend, add more stuff to the bin, or add more cranes to our hand to protect it. And then we have another Bujintai Tsukiyomi. This one is going to be our draw power if we can. Most of the time we don't end on this. We're going to 9 times out of 10 go into Susanoo. But it's a good card nonetheless. We can also run Omega because we're running Light Monster. It's an amazing card. We're also doing 1 Direwolf if we need to blow up the field. Again, with Exciton Knight, same thing. Gaga Cowboy if we need to end games in a unique way. You know, everyone Cowboy for game. Honor Arc if we have a unique situation, maybe like trying to get rid of... I don't know, Tracheosax in this format. Black Ship of Corn, same thing if we have unique situations. And then we got 3 other ones that are just kind of in here as tech stuff. But this is the deck list. I'm pretty confident in it. We've made some significant upgrades from my first tournament. I'm pretty confident in what we can do. So let's go ahead and get into the games and see how round 1 goes.
Okay, let's go and get into the game. Now, I wanted to do this live originally and film while I'm playing. But as I started to do that, I was getting distracted with narrating my plays instead of focusing on the match. So I figured this would be better to record at hindsight, and then we can address like mistakes we made, do deep dives. But let's go ahead and get in, and we'll start the match, and we'll stop as we go. Alright, we're starting the game. Lost the coin flip, they're going to go first. Alright, so right off the bat, we see Heradic Seal Communication. They're going to add a Heradic monster to their hand. This means they're on Heradic Rulers, typically. So we're going to bring out Esset, Tribute Esset, Special Summon Sue. We're going to get Esset effect in the grave the Heradic way. We're going to Special Summon a Dragon, make it 0/0. We're going to Overlay, make a Tomb. This is typically a standard play. Detach, Special Summon a Dragon monster, make it 0. That monster can attack. The turn they activate this effect. Okay, they're searching. We're going to fast forward. They're going to grab Blaster here, but they're going to rethink on that. Maybe they don't want Blaster. Okay, shuffle up, get Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon. Yep, great card. Upstart, you know what that does. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon can special summon a dragon monster from the hand. We're going to soul charge here for 2. It brings Sue and Esset back. Lose 2k for cost. It's turn 1, they can't attack anyway, so no downside here. Special summon from the hand with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Okay, we're going to bring out Tefnuit. Overlay. Yep, for Constellar Tom Liam 7, they're going to bounce back Darkness Metal Dragon. Overlay for Gaia Charger, special summon this, because you just need to banish a dragon monster. Yep, bring back Labdrite Dragon. Yep, we're going to make it the same level. They're going to overlay, make another Tomb, detach a Tomb, special summon another dragon monster from the deck. Cannot attack, is 0/0. Tidal effect, we're going to banish some dragons, special summon. They bring out Corsica, which is a 1 tuner, and they're going to synchro summon into Stardust Dragon. So ending on a very solid board. And from my hand, this is a terrible hand going second. I mean, going first, it's pretty bad too, but it's manageable. We would summon Hair, drop Kaiser, drop 2 BTS, and I think we can fend off a little bit. They couldn't have extended as much as they could have. They probably could have brought Sue out, blown up something, but on Sue summon we would just BTS, so Kaiser would have stuck around. They'd attack into Hair would go, and then they could probably do this, but at least we'd be in a decent spot because it would slow them down into the battle phase. It's still not great because on the crackback all we have is special summon Harume and pass, depending on what we draw. But this is a losing position with Stardust with protecting the field. We couldn't do anything anyways. So yeah, this we scoop and go to game 2 because this board we just have no answers for. Yep, so GG's, we go to game 2. Go ahead and do the signing thing. We're going to take the turn and start here. In hat format, if you're unfamiliar with, you still draw for 6. This hand is great because we've got some draw capability. 2 dualities, not really going to matter. But now what we're going to do, we also have Fire Formation Tenki, which we're going to drop, which allows us to add Yamato to our hand. So already in a much better position than we were in the first game. So we're going to go and grab Yamato. Drop duality. We're not going to be special summoning anything anyways. We see Crow here. We decided Crow in against the rulers because we can banish the dragon on effect when they banish. When they banish to special summon a ruler from the graveyard, we can then just chain DD Crow and banish the ruler too. So banish 3 for nothing. But in this position right now, we don't really need it, so we're going to add Turtle to our hand, so we have a discard effect for Yamato in the end step. Shuffle the other 2s back, resolve duality. Now, all we gotta do is the Norman Bujin player thing. We're going to normal summon Yamato, drop a Chalice right behind it in the back row. Set a bluff, just in case. We go up 19 because of the 100 buff for Tenki. Go to end step, trigger Yamato. We're going to get a search. Pick up Crane, which is going to double our attack during the damage step, and discard Turtle for some protection. What Turtle does during either player's turn when a card effect that targets a Bujin monster, except during the damage step. So at any time I can banish it and negate it. Hair is typically better, but Turtle is still great because it's targeting effect specifically. And it can be done during the battle step, which is great. It's a great card. Okay, they're going to start their turn. Okay, Dragon Shrine, which is for a Foolish Burial. If they send a normal monster, they get to do double their value. They get to drop another one, so Foolish for 2. And in Heretics, they're going to do that for sure. There it is. They drop 1. Thinking on the second drop, but they want to send to the bin. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. There it goes. So we got Blaster in the grave too. So 2 dragons already set up. We're going to upstart. Yep, they're going to draw a card. Heretic Seal already looking pretty grim. They just have so much tempo, and without KC they can still kind of spam the board. No, special summon Tefnut because I control monster and they don't. Normal summon, special summon Sue by tributing. That Tefnut effect, they're going to get it from the hand deck or graveyard. Make it 0. A dragon normal monster. Bring out Labdry Dragon. They're going to trigger Sue, discard, target 1 on the field. Of course, they get Chalice. They get to blow it up. I'm just going to chain it. I don't really have an effect on the field to negate, so we're just going to target Yamato and put him at 2300. Okay, Labdry Dragon. They're going to overlay, make a tomb, do the tomb things. They're going to detach. They're going to special summon from the deck, make it 0. It cannot attack. That doesn't matter. It's just used for material. Tribute that for Sue effect, blow it up, it's a bluff. They pretty much got free reigns from here to go crazy. It's not looking too good. The only reason that I don't just scoop, because we know we've got the capabilities to end on a board similar to game 1 from this setup. They've still got Blaster in deck here, which they can special. Make another extend, a tomb. They're probably going to overlay, make another a tomb here. Let's see what they do for sure. I'm trying to remember. Yep. Yeah. A tomb is not once per turn, so they'll probably get another game burner out, and they can go crazy from there. The only reason I don't scoop is because we have Honest, and if they can't blow Yamato up, we have Turtle to protect it from targeting effects too. But if it can stick and we go into the battle step, we can fend off another turn. Crane is only that battle during that 1 damage calculation, but Honest is for the rest of the turn. So we can make Yamato huge and just sit on that and hope for the best off the top of the deck. That's the only reason I don't just forfeit here, right? Because this would be a losing position, and without hand knowledge on his side, he's got the game. So let's see, detached a tomb. We're going to special summon from the deck or graveyard. Nope, just deck. Bring out Tempest and use Blaster effect. Banish 2, special summon Blaster. Overlay 2 rulers. What are you going to do? Draco Sec, of course, legal in this format. Bring out the tokens. Looking pretty good. They're going to do 2 Gaia Chargers because, you know what, they're just going for game. The reason why they can't Draco Sack and blow up Yamato is because I have Turtle. That's the only reason they don't do it. So they're going to just try to go for game. We're going to drop Honest here in the damage step. Yep. Go to main 2 because they can't get over it. It's something crazy like 4,900. Start turn. Quillen's a great top deck. This one is removal, and we do have a line here. But now, since Yamato's stuck, we can overlay make Susanoo, and we're kind of off to the races. Susanoo can attack everything, and we have lines here to make it work if we play it right. So let's go through this. We're back to 19 because Chalice Effect goes off. He's just reminding me of that. Okay, let's get it going. I'm going to normal summon Quillen. We're all good. No Max C was what we're looking for. Make a Susanoo. We're going to detach Quillen. Specifically here, we need it in the bin to destroy something later. We're going to add Crane to our hand. 2 Crane in hand and something that can tag everything. So we're good. We're going to clear the 2 tokens so Draco Sack is vulnerable. We can attack everything once per turn. Okay, now we're going to Draco Sack. Drop Crane. Yep, Draco Sack goes. Attack this one. Drop our 2nd Crane. Perfect hand. I mean, we just had everything go to main 2. Banish Quillen, target the Charger. That destroys it. End our turn. We were able to clear it because we had 2 Cranes and Susanoo was just crazy. We could add that mandatory Crane to our hand, and instead of having to discard something, Quillen off the top was the reason we were able to clear everything. So everything lined up just how we wanted. Got a little lucky, I'm not going to lie, which is how our hand was, but great card. We're going to call 7 off of Reasoning. They misclicked here. They still got to do more. I think 5 or 7 against Heradic Rulers is what you want. Probably 5 in hindsight, but whatever. Here we are. We've got Nepthet off the top. Yep, we're at 25 because of Tenki. They're thinking what they want to do. We're going to use this. Target Susanoo. Of course, it's just going to force out our Turtle. Yep, they get the Esset trigger. They get a special summon a normal monster from their hand, deck, or graveyard. Make it attack and defend 0. They're thinking. They're getting Flameville Guard. They're going to trigger Tempest, banish 2, special summon Tempest. Synchro into Scrap Dragon. Great card. Use Burner Blaster Effect. They're going to special summon by banishing. Destroy 2. Yep, their Soul Charge is gone. No problem. We're going to take a ton of damage, so 74 here. 76. This is a crazy top deck. 2 things here. I missed a trigger with Mikazuchi. We wouldn't have got the reincarnation because nothing went from our hand, but we could have staved off some damage there, at least 2,000. This just shows kind of like my inexperience in the deck too. But reincarnation off the top is just so lucky, especially because we are only playing 2 and we meet the condition. I don't control anything and they do, and we've got stuff in the Anther Stone and bin, so we can bring something back and overlay. With the caveat of we can only be in, Beast Warrior, Beast type monsters for XZ summon, but that's okay. That's what we want to do. Okay, yeah, reincarnation. Bring back Quillen. Bring back Yamato. We're gonna overlay here. Do the same thing we did before. Susanoo. Detach Quillen. We saw this play before. Add a Crane. We're gonna now. Yep, that's the end of the game. We could have cleared everything and beat him off of damage alone. So. Now we're going to go inside. Like I said, we got really lucky drawing reincarnation right off the top. That is just an insane card, and it in that scenario is just free. So they get to go first now, which I'm not too prepared for. It would have been a brutal hand if we did not have Max C, because as they go off to the races, we can go ahead and chain Max C to this and at least say, hey, you have to play the game with the Max C. If you want to keep going, we're just going to draw our whole deck. So we get to draw 1 here. They said they don't want to take the challenge, the Maxi challenge, and they're just going to pass their turn on a Breeze Dragon and a face down. No big deal. I probably would have done the same thing. 2 10k in hand's crazy. It's a once per turn, but it's amazing. We can go get Yamato right here. Yup. Normal summon Yamato. They're cool with that. Oh, it's a a mistake. It's a hard once per turn. Reading, anyways. Keep moving on. We're thinking about what we want to do. We're going to drop KC, of course. Set 1. Go to our end step. We're going to trigger Yamato, which, of course, they flip up skill drain. Okay. This is typically a winning position if they did not have skill drain. Yamato, KC just could generate so much value. We can just add a hair to the graveyard off of Yamato, add it to our hand, then discard it. We have 1 Crane in hand and a Harume to extend. And they can't extend past our 1 monster because of Kaiser Coliseum. So this is where you want to be as a Bujin player. However, skill drain just totally throws this all down, like throws it all out of here, because we can no longer add stuff, and now we're just chilling with 1800, a 19 I guess with Tenki, but we do have Crane, so we're not entirely screwed, and a Solemn Warning to prevent some stuff, but still, it would have been a winning position right off the bat with Yamato, so let's keep going. Okay, pass it over to them. And Hermetic Rulers can just play through skill drain. They're just big bodies at the end of the day. Okay, Monster Gate bringing out S-Set. Cool. Yep, telling me it needs to be 19. That's fine. Appreciate that. Okay, 19 go to Crash. We want to keep our advantage with KC in our side, so we're going to Crane this. They've normaled. They've not normaled, actually. Now they can special summon. Yep, Tidal, just bring something out. They can't attack with it, but they just want something on the field. With Skill Drain, Tidal will stick around. Drawing Honest off the top, again, super lucky, because we can go ahead and clear this. Use Tenki, add another one to our hand. Yeah, he's just going back because Crane is original attack damage and not the buff from Tenki. So he gains 200 extra life, that's no big deal. We add a Mikazuchi from our hand, from our deck to our hand, just, for protection. Go to damage step, drop Honest. Again, we want to keep this on our side of the field, Kaiser Coliseum, not want them to blow it up and extend like crazy. End step, we don't get the end step trigger, that's fine. And we pass the turn. Let's see what they can do. Yep, thinking what they want to do. We've got Tidal in the grave, that's what they're going for. They're going to banish from hand, special summon Tidal. We're going to Solemn this, but they still get triggers from Tempest going to the bin, or to the banish zone. They're going to pick up Korseka. And they're going to Soul Charge for 1, just to have something on the field. They can't attack because they Soul Charge. Pass me Yamato off the top. Yeah, we don't really need it in this position. So we're just gonna pass. They got nothing going on. Skill drain is tough, not getting those searches. We lose Yamato here. It looks like they don't have a whole ton to do. Synchro summon into innate Stardust Dragon, pass the field. Lance is great. It's a battle trick, and with Yamato, we can actually go get through it because we're going to be at 2,000. Okay, I do miss an opportunity here for lethal in hindsight. We go to combat, we attack. Here, I'll just show you. We attack, drop Lance on Stardust, makes it a 17. We clear over it, and it puts him at 2k. Okay, in my main step, I have Harume, and I have Bujins in here. So I should have, in main step, banished one to play Harume. Harume would have been at 22, and we would have gotten in for game. So a little mistake, another inexperience in the format, but that's okay. We live and we learn. Okay, Dragon Shrine. Again, they still can't extend over Kaiser Coliseum, which is really what's saving us the game here. And you can kind of see why this card got banned, because it's like, it slows the game down, and decks sometimes just don't perform when they have to go at a specific pace. Okay, we're going to use the Blaster effect. Can't extend past this. Go to combat, attack, take 800, Yamato goes. We're going to do the Mikazuchi trigger here. Draw, get a bottomless. Okay, we're at 21, we're going to set. I could have special summoned. Here's the thing, I was thinking about it. We could have made anything in our extra deck. I wish I could show you it, but if we look back at the profile, it I don't have anything that has a 2800 attack stat. Like, that's just huge. And under skill drain, I just can't do anything. So we would have been at, if we made Susanoo, which I think is our biggest attack stat, it would have been at 26, and that's just, there's nothing to do there. So we're just going to keep going here, and we're going to switch it to defense. Yep, they go to damage and attack. Luckily, they don't not in a position to extend. Like, I'm kind of surprised at this. They don't, maybe they just don't have dragons in their hand to banish, to bring out title. I'm not sure, but they just, once they blew up Michizuki and go to main 2, I thought they were going to make a crazy board. They just must not have material to do so. So let's go, keep going, trying Dark Hole off the top. We have game now if this clears. Dark Hole, and then we can declare Harume in hand, special summon by banishing a Bujin. We're at 22, we tack in, and that is game. I do want to see though what was in their hands. Oh, so they did, maybe they just didn't want it. Oh, okay. That's probably why. I think it was just greedy. They could have, well, I don't think the rulers actually, if the scars in your hand are managed one or from your hand and or group. No, yeah, you could have. So they could have banished Stardust and Red Eyes, bring out title, overlaid for a Draco Sack, and then Draco Sack can't be destroyed while it has the tokens by card or effect. So they would have been in a better position, but I think they wanted, I think that was just a greedy play. Well, oh, nope. No, and they could have done a main 2 because of KC. Yeah, I think they were just holding on to stuff thinking they had the game, but we were able to drop Harume, sneak in and get 22, and that's game. So we actually did pretty well against Heradic Rulers, which is has way more tempo than Bujin does. I mean, game 3 didn't really show that because it got slowed down between Skill Drain and Kaiser Coliseum. But we saw their power in game 1, and game 2 was just like luck. But this was a great match. And winning round 1, I'm feeling pretty confident in our deck going into the next round. So thanks for watching, and we will release another episode later on next week, and we'll show you round 2. Thanks, guys.